okay, because I've been thinking about how to start this review. Because like I don't really know which angle to come out from. Because I'm thinking about the Iron Man preview, what I said before, um, and about how what I felt like watching this film, because I said it on the boards, about the radio show and everything, that I have a lot to say about this film. I have a lot to say about this film, and it relates a lot to the whole fanboys and fans argument. You see, obviously, before I get into this discussion a lot more, I mean, I will come back to this point, but I want to make this point to begin with, and then I will come back to this point afterwards. Comics aren't for kids. Comics aren't stupid. Comics aren't this geeky, uncool, commercial, flimsy thing. Sorry, they're not. And Mr. Favreau, I believe that is what you think Iron Man is. The Iron Man comic and the legacy of it as a comic. You do not respect it as a comic. It's like a Holiday Inn for you. Hence why you try to feed the fanboys and feed the fans. Because the movie I watched was a joke. It was a 90 minutes or 120 minutes running gag. I mean, don't take anything away from it. It was fun, good actors. Jon Favreau, he knew what he... That's the thing, it was not bad. Jon Favreau knew what he was doing and he delivered a certain product. But I just do not believe in that certain product. I just do not believe in that certain product. You see, the film I watched after coming out, I didn't really understand what the heck I just saw. I didn't understand what I just saw, because many people will see this thing, and especially those fanboys, they will see this thing and they'll be like, and they'll just eat it up. They will completely eat it up. But I'm sorry, maybe I'm wrong to think like this and everything like that. I mean, I don't give a damn about these big acts or Hollywood, because I don't give a damn. Okay, I have respect for comics. I'm not a fanboy, because I now know what a fanboy means. Fanboys suck up to these Hollywood types and accept anything that these Hollywood types do for the things that they are fans of. That means I'm not a fanboy. I believe I'm a fan, and I hope to believe I'm an intelligent fan. For me, these comics are works of art. They're incredible feats of creativity. And that goes for Iron Man, your Incredible Hulks, your Batmans, your Supermans, your X-Men, all of them. They're incredible feats of creativity, of what an individual or individuals came up with their mind, And, looking at what Iron Man is and what I believe Iron Man should be, they've turned it into a joke. They've just turned it into a joke. Let me just get fully into this thing now. You see, the first problem I have with this film is this, and that was pretty much how when this film started. Let's say about 15 minutes into this film, this was what I was feeling. Downey Jr. is a good actor. Downey Jr. is a good actor. I won't take anything away from that cat. The cat is a good actor. The guy is a good actor. He can act. He has skill, and he's very good at improvisation. He's very good at it, and he is an actor with talent, But I was just watching Downey Jr. He was not taking on a role. He was not doing anything challenging. I think it was an issue of arrogance, because he just thought that this guy is the Lord me the first time. Let me be myself even more in this, And I was just saying, no, this is just Downey Jr. This is the same guy in those interviews. This is the same guy who gets interviewed in like press junkets and everything. It's the same guy. It's the same guy. And I'm just thinking that, wait a minute, no. I said, no, this is no. Tony Stark is a character. Tony Stark is a particular kind of character. Same as why it's the same thing that Bruce Wayne is a certain kind of character. Bruce Wayne is not Christian Bale. Bruce Wayne is not Michael Keaton. And Michael Keaton knew that no, Bruce Wayne has to be this person based on this, based on that. Bruce Wayne is not Michael Keaton. Same things like with Christian Bale. He knew that no, Bruce Wayne is not Christian Bale. Bruce Wayne is Bruce Wayne. But for Danny Jr., it's like he's just Tony Stark. I'm sorry. I mean, for Danny Jr. just being Danny Jr. He's not being Tony Stark. I.e., a guy who used to develop weapons, who's obviously intelligence in the development of like heavy weapons of mass destruction, who then almost dies, and now his heart is a bit faulty, and then he now goes on this voyage to try and make the world a better place based on the past and based on all the stuff he's done, and is obviously a guy in his mid-30s, so he's much more of a mature guy and everything. So see that's already building up a character makeup of a certain character, which isn't Downey Jr. That's the thing. I mean, from what I've just said, that is a character profile that has nothing to do with Robert Downey Jr. But it goes to it's a feeling of disrespect for what Iron Man is. It's a disrespect of a guy who developed what Iron Man was. He sat down and said, no, this is Tony Stark, this is the character of Tony Stark, this is the character of Rose, this is the character of Pepper Potts, and this is what Iron Man is, this is what it is. So a guy sat down and he created that. So to just spit that, you're just spitting at it in the face. You're just saying that no, F you, I'm going to do what I want to do. You're spitting at someone's creativity in the face. Okay, and I don't accept that. But going into the film now, you see, as I was watching, I was like, look, yes, this is just Danny Jr. and everything, but then we then saw Mickey Rourke, and again, this is where there's another problem about this film, and I'll get to it. From the very first scene, Mickey Rourke was amazing. He nailed the Russian accent. He nailed the aura of the character, and he made you say, okay, what is this guy about? I'm interested with what this guy is about. From the moment you saw him drinking and singing, obviously, remember, guys, spoilers. From the moment you saw him drinking, and then you saw his, obviously saw the death of his father and how he reacted to that. You're like, okay, man, whoa, this is pretty heavy stuff. And then I was then assuming that, okay, we saw in the first film that was about two guys in the same field. What's also called Jeff Bridges' character and obviously Danny Jr. These are two guys in the same field and they're going at it together. This one I thought, okay, this is now something a lot more personal. So now we're now going to see a villain who is really going to get into the core of Tony Stark's psyche, really going to make it personal. So it's a different hero-villain dynamic from the first film. So I thought, okay, yes, so Mickey Rourke is really going to bring that level into it to really get into Tony Stark's head. At least that's what I thought. Little do we know that at one point, okay, yes, they have the face-off in the F1 car race, and I'm gonna come back to that F1 car race because I've got something to say about that F1, about that racing scene. So yeah, you had Mickey Rourke and Iron Man face-off, and then afterwards you pretty much don't see him. And then there's this whole thing with Sam Rockwell's character, Sam Rockwell, who was good, very, very good. Sam Rockwell was very, very good. Along with Mickey Rourke, Sam Rockwell was very, very good. So it is no fault of him, but I was like, okay, wait a minute, who's the villain? What's the threat